Hi, this is Pooja and welcome to Food Without Borders. We are starting 2020 with me being on Whole30 diet and me trying to make delicious takeout recipes at home. So today I'm going to show you how to make a healthy version of egg roll that truly will want you to make this at home more and have less of the fried version of it. So let's get started. Alright folks, this pan is heating up, and while this heats up, I am going to add a little bit of avocado oil. You can use whatever odorless oil that you wish to use. Avocado is what I use at home regularly, which is what I have chosen. Now with the meat, I have some ground chicken here, which is ground chicken breast. You can use ground pork because that is what is made in an authentic recipe. If you go on my blog, it is made with pork, but today I wanted to make it with something lighter, which is why I'm using chicken. You can use turkey, you can use beef, you can use bison. So your meat choices are endless. All you need is some ground meat. And what I am trying to do here this year is I'm making sure that I know what's in my food. So in December, we were eating out like one should indulge in delicious food that was from the outside. We had a lot of egg rolls, we had a lot of fried food. So with what happened when I transitioned to the Whole30 diet was I wanted all that fried food and deliciousness in my body, and the cravings got more stronger and stronger, and I got snippier and snippier, which was really impacting my domestic life. Just kidding. But then I figured if I can create these recipes at home and enjoy them, it makes me a really happy person, and I want to be a happy person. So I chose to make these egg rolls at home, and oh my gosh, they were so delicious, and I figured I should share this with you guys. So now the oil is nice and hot. To this, I am going to add the ground meat and saute this for somewhere between, I would say 7 to 10 minutes until it's completely cooked. To this, I am also going to add some salt. What salt would do is it would help the chicken not only to cook, but also simultaneously release all the water, so the water evaporates. So folks, the chicken is cooked through, and I can tell the chicken is cooked through because of the firmness of how it looks, and it does have a mild golden crust to it. For the aromatics, I have some finely chopped ginger, garlic, and some bird's eye chili. Now what I've done is I just stuck this whole thing in a blender or a chopper and just processed it. You could have them independently added to this recipe, or you can add some paste. I just prefer the texture of all these finely chopped. Cook this for about 2 minutes. We don't want it to be completely cooked. We want the aromas of the ginger, garlic, and the chili to be there. So folks, for the perfect egg roll, you need some cabbage. Now I am using a packed coleslaw mix, which has everything that I need. It has some shredded carrots, it has some cabbage. Sometimes it does have some red cabbage. Today, I don't have red cabbage in my refrigerator, and this particular brand also does not have it, so I'm gonna skip it. But if you're making it, you can always buy it, and it really brings a beautiful color to the recipe. I am going to add all this in. And just so you know, for the ingredients, this is on my blog, and I will leave a link to this recipe in the description box, so you can go check that out. Stir this in. Let this cook for about a minute. So folks, to this I will add some coconut aminos. Now I'm using coconut aminos because I'm following a Whole30 diet, and this is a replacement for soy sauce, tamari, or liquid aminos. If you are not on any of the diets that I'm talking about, Paleo, Whole30, then feel free to use some tamari or liquid aminos. Mix this in properly. Now let me taste it for some salt here. I think it can take a little more salt because we are using liquid aminos or tamari or soy sauce. You don't want to add a lot of salt and then notice that you have over salted your recipe. So I always like to taste the salt in the end. I'm gonna turn the flame off. I'm using a store-bought tortilla. This is a grain-free tortilla. It's made with almond flour and tapioca starch. I've not been sponsored to say this, but this is my favorite when I make these rolls because this almond tortilla, when I cook it according to the package instructions, gets nice and crispy, and it emulates the crispiness of an egg roll, which is deep fried, and this is not deep fried. That's our intent here. You can use whatever tortilla you like. You can use whole wheat tortilla. Now, I wouldn't use corn tortilla because we're not having a taco, we're having an egg roll, and you want it to taste as close to the egg roll as possible. But if you feel like using corn tortilla, you may, and then you can make it into a taco, and it's a fancy egg roll taco. So I am going to follow the package instructions, make a couple of these tortillas, then we'll assemble it together and do the tasting, and you will just see how amazing this is. I'll be back. The tortilla is ready. Now let's fill this in generously. If only you could smell what I'm smelling. Oh my gosh, it smells so nice and fresh. All right, let me dig in. I don't know if the camera, I don't know if the microwave phone picked up, but if you could hear the crunch, that was the crunch from the cabbage and the almond tortillas. Now, this is such a great recipe. The filling tastes exactly what you would have from your favorite Chinese takeout. You could make this at home. You exactly know what the ingredients go in. It's not deep fried. You don't know what oil it's cooked in. You exactly know what oil it's cooked in. You're controlling the proportions. That is what you want to do. That is what I am trying to do, is live a healthier lifestyle with knowing what goes in my food, asking questions about my food. So this is just perfect takeout at home, and I certainly think you would enjoy it just as much as I do. So give this recipe a try. The written version is on my blog, and a link to my blog is in the description box. Share it with family and friends who love Chinese takeout so that they can make this at home and enjoy it. And hit subscribe if you haven't, and like this video also if you haven't, and leave me a comment if you made it and you enjoyed it, or if you didn't enjoy it, leave me a comment what went wrong with your recipe. And I will see you next week. Until then, bye.